So my name is Brandey Carlile. I was born in Harlem. I was born and raised in Harlem. I lived there for 18 years. Right now I live in Staten Island. I went to high school in Manhattan. I went to Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis High School, and that's located in Midtown. That's when I was able to participate in Blastbeat for the first time. I started when I was 16, and when I graduated, I was 17 going on 18.
I mean, did it help you?
Blastbeat was amazing because I have always, been interested in the whole rock scene era, which, from a person coming from Harlem, that's very unexpected. You think hip hop, R&B, blues, jazz, but all throughout my whole life, I've always liked rock music, and I've always wanted to get a glimpse of what that scene was like. And I always thought, being a person of, being African American, I always thought, it's not going to be acceptable, it's not going to be right, but Blastbeat helped me, see through that scene and to actually, run the scene for a minute, which is a lot of fun.
Oh, cool.
In Blastbeat, we formed a company called Black Sheep Records, which was supposed to mean, it's cool to be different, which was our theme. Because another girl who worked in our same group, she was also African American, and she also was dealing with that same conflict of, is it okay for me to, like this type of music? Is it okay, or is it acceptable that I actually do like listening to this type of music, And so we came up with the concept of Black Sheep because, not only because it's black, but because of the simple fact that, Black Sheep normally represents the unique. Our job, me and her name is Casey, our job was to find the bands, which was a lot of fun. Because, we were, at first, I'm not even gonna lie, at first it was horrible. We were she was a sophomore, I was a junior. We didn't have a lot of confidence at first. We were pretty much being asked to go out in the street, actually talk to people, actually talk to kids who are in that scene already, and see if they were willing to perform for us. And, the whole idea that we had to go out there and to find the talent, it was very scary. We were scared. We was like, oh my God, these people are not gonna, they're not gonna take it seriously. But it turned out to be great because once we found one band that was willing to perform, it just opened the door to many others.
Cool.
Which is a great part.
You mentioned confidence. Talk about that. It gave you confidence and change your perceptions, maybe?
It gave us, the first show that we did, and we did a show at a venue called Don Hills, which is well known for having previous glam rock bands coming over. And, I mean, the whole experience, the whole process of actually going to talk to the owner and, the bouncer, who's wearing the I don't even know what type of jeans he had on. He was very glammy. His name was Nicky. He's famous. And it was just so different because if you think about it, the Don Hill, who owns the club, he has to be in his 60s. He's been in the rock scene for such a long time. I mean, through the 80s, 70s. And for us, as teenagers, to approach him and say, look, here's the money, we want to do a show here. It was, it was very challenging, because, we're a bunch of high school kids, a lot of high school kids aren't thinking about hosting shows and finding bands, and, that's not, maybe we want to be in the band, but, to be behind the stage and to have to deal with advertising and selling tickets and finding the talent and, running the whole thing, it's pretty advanced for, two girls at our age at the time. But, like I said, one door opened another. Once we did the show and he saw that we were serious about it, we gained a lot of respect, which is very important. I mean, earning respect from Don Hills and the bouncer, who is, a lot of bands don't like the bouncer because he's very rude. But the simple fact that he acknowledged us and said, wow, that just...
So he was impressed.
He was impressed by how we run the show. He was impressed by the bands we were bringing in. And after we got, the respect, we got the confidence. He was like, oh, right, we're ready to go.
Cool. So, I mean, it was because you actually not only organized, but organized it professionally.
Yes, we organized it professionally. I mean, when I first started going to the meetings for Blastbeat, I honestly thought it was just, I actually thought it was a virtual game. I thought it wasn't even real. I'm thinking, we go to a business high school, this is going to be something like the stock market game. But the simple fact that we actually had to go out there and to conduct business on a professional level, it took a lot of skill, it took a lot of mistakes, and we had to learn.
But the key was self-confidence.
Yes, absolutely. Because if you don't have self-confidence, nothing's going to happen.